We have some major news coming out of Meerkat Finance, or Finance. The largest DEX on Cronos is basically going to cross-chain capabilities with Polygon. They're opening up a DEX there. And in this video, we're going to take a look at all the ins and outs and exactly what you need to know about this announcement. So stay tuned and enjoy the video. Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Eric here and welcome back to the channel. I hope you guys are having a great day and are doing well. Today, Finance have some major news for us. But before, if you guys are new to the channel, make sure you come into Discord, join the Discord. There is going to be a link in the description below there. We always talk about crypto, about news, and we also do some giveaways on there. So definitely make sure to join. But what we want to talk about in today's video is this announcement here from Finance. They basically tell us what they've been working on and their plan to achieve it. And if we go on to this Medium article, let's take a look at the key points of their cross-chain news. So the first thing we can see is that they are definitely going on to Polygon, and they are actually going to have the full support of the Polygon marketing team. So that is going to be very interesting to see how this one actually goes down. But if we take a look at the key features, what we need to know is that, of course, Finance, one of the largest DEXs on Cronos. And if you guys aren't familiar with it, well, they have a bunch of different tokens, but MMF is the native token, and right now we can see it's sitting at a price of about 6 cents. Now, of course, the bear market happened. We had a huge sell on MMF on basically everything, and we can see that the price is at 6 cents. And if we just take a look back in time and understand what's happened to this ecosystem, we had a price of, I believe, around $2, right around this all-time high. But of course, we've had some ups and downs with MMF Finance, and we can see that this is basically the chart. And over the last few months, because of the bear market, nothing much has happened. But now if we go back to this article and understand why they are going cross-chain, the first thing is that they obviously want to continue their reputation as a project and continue building their infrastructure for the next generation of DeFi apps. Then they talk about DeFi aspects as well as NFT aspects and gamify aspects as well. Then we talk about the expansion of their scope of work, meaning that their team will be able to more efficiently allocate their resources internally in order to hit maximal efficiency. Now, I'm not too sure how true that is, but basically they are going to continue working on building out this ecosystem and now going cross-chain. It's just going to require more manpower, in my opinion, and if they continue building out this ecosystem, well, it's obviously putting Finance on the map. So now if we talk about more revenue streams, and this is probably one of the better bullets here in my opinion, obviously if you are going cross-chain, you are going to be generating more revenues. And as we know, Polygon, with their blockchain and their transaction speeds and the low fees, we can see that it's a great fit for Finance to bring their DEX over to Polygon. And basically this is going to allow for more revenue streams, which is obviously going to help this ecosystem. And lastly, they do say that, of course, they started on Cronos and now today was the right time to move on over to Polygon as well. So they're going to be available on Cronos and Polygon, and it's supposed to be sometime this week when this happens. Now, if we talk about how and is this going to dilute the token, what is going to happen to MMF on Cronos and what's going to happen on MMF on Polygon. So here we have the team saying that they're basically going to be creating a new MMF token, and this one is going to be on Polygon alone. So it's not going to tie into the current MMF token now we have on Cronos. And this is exactly why they say this will not dilute the existing MMF market cap, because it's going to be a new token that operates on its own. Now, they do plan on executing a similar plan that they did when they launched on Cronos. As we can see, if we go back to their chart, they launched back in end of December 2021, and then they had a tremendous run into the early parts of 2022. And of course, we had a big sell-off when the bear market happened, but they are basically executing the same playbook for their launch on Polygon. Now, of course, they also say that they are going to seek to help serious projects on Cronos that want to have a presence on the Polygon network. So this is great. Then they say this will manifest in the form of launch pads for projects that we have deemed to have made a positive impact on the DeFi in Cronos, and they will obviously translate in a strong utility for the MMF token on Polygon. So they're going to have launch pads as well, and they're going to try and help other Cronos projects to join on to the Polygon network. Now, if we take a look at how you actually benefit, and if you hold MMF like I do right now on the Cronos chain, this is basically how it's going to benefit you. Because of course, we have to understand that they are actually creating a new token on Polygon, and it's not going to have much of an impact on MMF token on Cronos. But of course, the amount of revenue they can generate on Polygon as well as Cronos is definitely going to help the ecosystem that way. But now, if we take a look at the tokenomics, they say that they're going to distribute 85% of the new Polygon MMF token to the community as liquidity incentives. So in the form of staking, of providing liquidity, and so on and so forth. Then there's going to be 8% of the tokens that are vested for a period of time. And then there's going to be 1% for liquidity. And the other 1% will be used for launch pads, which will be using 100% of it to form liquidity for MMF. Now, where you actually benefit is this next paragraph here. So 5% of the entire supply, which is basically 30 million MMF tokens, which is worth roughly $6 million right now, is going to be issued to our ecosystem Cronos users, meaning that anybody who is a part of this ecosystem on Cronos. So we're basically going to get 5% given to us in the form of a quote unquote dividend. And that's basically how Cronos users are going to benefit from this news directly. Now, of course, we've also talked about this cross-chain capability being a new source of revenue for this ecosystem, which is in turn going to help the users on Cronos as well as the users on Polygon. So that's basically their plan to reward the holders on the Cronos chain, and we are going to get more specifics in the week to come, in my opinion. And if we take a look at why they decided to go for Polygon, they say it's because of its low trading fees and stability in their network. They also say that they're going to be receiving full marketing support for their launch on Polygon, as well as Polygon has over 2 billion in total value locked, which is ranked number 6 according to DeFi Llama. And then we have the leading DEX on Polygon that currently has trading fees of 0.3%. And as we know with Finance, their fees are 0.17%. So they do expect to capture the largest market share in Polygon within 1 to 2 months after their launch. So we can see there is obviously an incentive to use Finance when it goes into Polygon's ecosystem, because their trading fees are going to be much lower at about 0.13 difference between the leading DEX right now and what Finance offers. Now, if we take a look at the impact of this news on the price of MMF on Cronos, we can see that this actually had a massive jump of about 20% here, and now we're probably more around a 10% gain from this news. Definitely the volume was kicking in with $3.72 million worth of volume within this 4-hour candle, so you can definitely see that people were paying attention to this news. And now if we just take a look at how many people actually hold MMF on Cronos, we're sitting right around 32,000 people. So that means that these 30 million tokens are going to be divided by about 32,000 people, and probably even more to account for these other tokens in the MMF ecosystem. And if we take a look at what I'm doing with my position right now, I have about 12,600 MMF tokens, and I am basically just manually staking them in this pool, and then I go ahead on a few days and I collect them and I add them back and compound into my MMF staked. So that's basically the news on MMF today. I'm excited to see how it all works out and how it's going to benefit the Cronos MMF, as well as how things are going to go for the Polygon MMF. I'm probably going to buy some on Polygon just to see what happens. But with all that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you're new, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Peace.